Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media. We've got Ray from Calliope Games to talk about Shutterbug.
Shutterbug, right?
This looks good. I mean, as a photographer,
yeah.
I mean, that's how I got this job, is I was taking pictures and someone was like, hey, and that someone was my boss. Was like, hey, I like what you're doing.
Yeah?
Come take some pictures for me.
This is awesome then. So you're going to love this, right? So 1917, the Calliope fairies, okay, the sisters. And so they were in Europe, right? And they took some photographs of fairies, right? True photographs. This is a real story. And so Sir Arthur Doyle, right? The gentleman that wrote the Sherlock Holmes films, right? Mm-hmm. He gets a hold of these photographs and starts talking about them. And all of a sudden, there's a huge fairy craze in Europe. Okay. And everybody is like, fairies are real, right? So 1920s come along, and all of a sudden, in the United States, they're like, Europe is saying fairies are real. We're bigger and better. We have more, right? So our partners over in Europe, they're really, really good, right?
Sure.
But, you know, we're Americans and we got bigger and better, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, at the time, we were driving Cadillacs, right?
Right. Yeah, the 1920s. Yeah.
Yeah. Those big cars, right? So we have big creatures here. And so we're all freelance photographers.
Of course.
Okay.
Much
and
like today.
so the tabloids, right, are going to hire us to go out and photograph these creatures that are roaming the United States. Okay. So each of us, when we're playing, are going to get a secret assignment card from the tabloids. And there's 2 columns on the card. Okay.
Okay.
And each column represents one of the tabloids that is hiring us.
So
okay.
Look here,
Yeah,
or the Daily News.
It's
Let's take a
actually
look
it.
here.
Yep. And so on there, what you'll see are silhouettes of the different creatures that we're going to try to photograph.
Okay.
The number that's actually to the side of it is the photo quality.
Ah.
Okay. So when we're done with the game, right, we actually going to play in 8 days or 8 rounds.
Okay.
Okay. And the player who has the highest photo quality for each one of the characters that he photographs is going to win the game.
Nice.
Okay. So on the board, right, it's laid out like the United States,
All right.
roughly.
Roughly. I mean,
Okay.
it is very honeycomb.
Yep. But the territories are pretty
Absolutely.
familiar.
Looking at it, I mean, we have Seattle, we have Chicago, New York,
Yeah.
New Orleans.
The redwoods, right?
Yeah.
Out on the East Coast, you know, you got the boardwalk and the water, you know.
Ocean City, right there. I see
plains.
Ocean City.
There it is. You know, it's all there. You know, you
like
got
it.
the Cascades and the mountains. So, you know, it's representative.
Yeah, it's
right?
great.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's great.
So now these little tiles here, these are the actual photographs that we're going to try to take.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is basically like there is a clue in that area that there might be something wrong.
That's exactly it. And so
Okay.
what's happening is we're all going to get tip cards.
All right.
Okay. And so those tip cards will have 2 things that are on them.
Mm-hmm.
They will have the silhouette or the image of the creature.
Okay.
And then the background represents the territory that they're in. So the icons actually are showing
Okay.
the creature and the actual
Where they are
background.
supposed to be hanging out.
Where they're supposed to be hanging
All
out.
right. I like
okay.
it. Okay.
So we're all going to start with 3 tip cards in our
Okay.
hand. Okay. Now, if you once you actually look at your tip cards, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to decide what city you want to start the game in.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to look at your secret assignment,
Mm-hmm.
check out the board where the creatures are at, look at your tip cards, what makes sense for you to start the game.
So the secret assignment is something that you keep secret from
That's
the other
right.
players.
Nobody else sees
correct?
it. Nobody
Okay.
else sees
All right.
it. Okay. So on your turn, you're going to get to make 3 moves.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to go through actually 3 territories, and you're going to be able to do different things in those territories.
Okay.
So the first territory, let's say that we wanted to move, right? So we came here, and if this was our particular hand,
Mhm.
okay, the character that we have here is Thunderhorn. Okay?
Thunderhorn. Okay.
And what we're going to do is, in order to get him, right, we need 1 tip card that has his image on it.
Okay, and just the image. It doesn't
Just
matter
the
about the
image.
background.
Yep. So there's a 1 on this particular photograph,
Right.
so it only takes one card.
Perfect.
And because I actually have the character on there, and I can go ahead
And take his picture.
take the picture, right? And so when I flip the picture over and put it in my portfolio, it actually shows me the image of the character itself. Now this is a 1,
Okay.
you know, so it's a little grainy, it's
Sure.
a little dark. It's
Yeah.
kind of like those UFO pictures that
Sure.
you
The
saw,
fuzzy,
right?
the fuzzy Sasquatch
Yeah,
picture.
but it's real.
It's
right?
real. It's legit.
It's a legit picture, and we're going to trade that thing in when we get back to the office, right?
like it.
And we're going to get paid cash for it. all right?
Cash money.
So, so on our turn, right? Anytime we move into a space that another player is in, okay, then I can go ahead and actually force a trade with that player.
All
So
right.
what I'm going to do is take one of my tip cards, right? I'm going to place it down in front of him, and then I get to take one
One of
card
his.
from his hand randomly. Okay?
All right.
So that's the force trade.
And that trade, you'd want to initiate a trade like that only if like there was a creature that wasn't on your list, or do you have all of the creatures here?
No, there's creatures that are not on my list, right?
And if you have a creature that's not on your list in your hand, that's the one you probably want to trade. Or maybe keep, I don't know.
Yeah, well, sometimes the backgrounds, you want to keep the cards for the backgrounds because you'll need those too, okay?
Okay, understood.
So a lot of times what will end up happening, though, is if you think you can actually increase your odds of actually pulling a tip card that's going to help you out,
Right.
and you know that one of your opponents has been collecting these tips,
Right.
you force a trade with them, right?
Absolutely. Okay.
So then the last thing you do, you know, when you come to the end of a turn, okay, you can always go ahead and purchase the photograph. So this particular photograph here has a 3 on it, okay?
Right.
So we're going to need 3 tip cards in order to grab the Sky Stallion.
Wow, okay.
Okay. So now we can do a number of combinations to do that. So we can actually turn in 3 Sky Stallions, right,
Okay.
on the cards.
I'm going to show one to the on the close-up here so everybody can kind of see what that looks like. There we go. The Sky Stallion.
The Sky Stallion.
That looks awesome.
Yeah. So you can turn in 3 of those.
All right.
Right. Now this particular Sky Stallion is in the mountains. Okay.
Right.
And there's a 3 on there. So we could actually turn in 2 Sky Stallions
All right.
and 1 character that has the mountain as the
mountains.
background. Okay. Or 1 Sky Stallion and 2 characters that have the mountain as the
Oh, okay.
background. Okay.
All right.
The only requirement is I have to have 1 of the Sky Stallions.
Right. The mountains are representative of the tip that there is a creature in the mountains.
That's right.
It may not necessarily be the one that you have the more card, or
Right.
cards of.
But you
You have to have
the
the
creature.
one that you.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
I
the
like it.
photograph you're taking,
Easy.
right? And so when you actually take the photograph, now this particular photograph is nice and clean, right?
That's
And
now that.
it's a 3, right?
Is a legit photo
That's a high quality photograph.
with some monies on it.
Right? So now these particular numbers down here, the photo qualities themselves, right, are cumulative. So when you look at your secret assignment card, I need 5 here, right? So in order to make that 5, I would need the 3 and the 2
Okay.
on the Sky Stallion, right? And then I've got my 5 victory
Okay.
points. Okay.
And so as a round is played, every round you get a new secret assignment.
Nope. You only get one secret assignment for the entire
game, and you're playing 8 rounds.
You're going to play 8 rounds.
Okay.
Right?
And the win condition is whoever has the most points based on the quality of their photos, based off their secret.
That's right.
Perfect.
So and it's all or nothing thing. So
All right.
either you make the 5 or you don't. And if you don't make it, you get 0.
Okay.
But the good thing is let's say that you were able to collect 7, a photo quality of 7. You would get all 7 points.
Nice.
Okay. Now here's the last thing about the game.
All right.
We are, like I said, we are independent in what we do, right? We're freelance photographers.
Right.
We are employed, right? We have 2 different tabloids that are willing to pay us for our portfolios.
Right.
However, we're starving here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So there are other people out there willing to buy images from our portfolio.
Okay.
Okay. So if we do any of these side jobs here, right, we're going to get additional points. So you can actually cash out on your portfolio twice. You just want to make sure that you're meeting the requirements
For
of the
these
side jobs up
Okay.
the top.
I like it.
And that's it.
Very cool.
It's a lot of fun.
thank you, Ray.
It's my pleasure.
I like
And that's Mike Elliott.
And Mike Elliott made Shutterbug?
Mike Elliott made Shutterbug.
There you go, gamers.
Yep.
Again, go to your local game store, let them know that, hey, Shutterbug's coming on. And if you're a photographer, you're going to love this because you're out there hunting down cryptids.
Yeah,
that's always a good time. So, again, go to your local retailer, tell them you saw Shutterbug, which is available when?
Again in October.
Man, October is going to be a great month for games.
Late October, yep.
Yeah, it's amazing. I
So
love it.
$30.
$30.
All this
Not bad.
stuff. So, and a ton of tiles and decks.
And you can't go wrong with a nice, bag with a bunch of stuff in it.
That's exactly right.
More
That's
tiles to
exactly
put on the board.
And replayability. I mean, there's 72 different
Secret missions.
secret missions. Yeah.
Right.
And you only need 6 in a game, right? So you can play over and over and over. It's a
That's
great
awesome.
game. Yep.
Go to your local game store, become part of the community. Tell them you want to pick up Shutterbug when it hits the shelves in October. Play it with all your friends. Have a great time, and we'll see you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.